Welcome everyone to another CoopCast show. We are here at the 2024 NPA Grand National here in Louisville, Kentucky. This year's show has over 5,863 birds entered in the show, 160 different breeds, with some of the breeds dominating in entries. Modinas at 441, English Trumpeters at 302, Show Type Racing Homers at 301, Chinese Owls at 248, 243 Fantails, 237 Giant Homers, 229 Jacobins, and 223 Old German Owls entered in the show. So again, welcome everyone. We are live here in Louisville, Kentucky. This is the same location that the Young Bird Show is held every October. If you've seen previous shows, these grounds here will look a little familiar. So I'm standing outside. It's about 27 degrees. Temperature went up from about 6 degrees this morning already. So this is the Louisville Expo Center. The Grand National Show is in the West Wing Hall, which is this entrance right here. So we're gonna go in there, get out of this cold air, and take a look at the show. Just wanted to give everyone a view of the size of this massive location here, the Expo Center. There's other events taking place here. There's a custom car show, and then there's another event going on here as well. And then they will have some basketball games in the Freedom Hall Friday night and Saturday. And then this is also the amusement, Great America, Six Flags, and I forgot the correct name. But that's here on this property as well. So, I'm gonna go inside. So, welcome everyone. You can see the airport, Delta airplane landing right there behind us. Louisville Airport is right over there. A lot of people flew in from Louisville, not from Louisville. If you're flying from Louisville, you have a problem. But we have people from California, Washington State, Oregon, Arizona, Texas, New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, Maryland, the Carolinas is covered, Georgia. We have people from Florida here. So we got a lot of people in the show here. But let me turn this around, and we will go ahead and go inside and give you guys a tour of the 2024 NPA Grand National Show. So this is the front entrance. There's guys bringing some birds in right now, it looks like. Again, here's a view of the conference center. No problem, Ken. Thanks for the message. Glad to be able to bring this to as many people as possible. Share out the stream if you're on Facebook or YouTube to your friends. We're going to stream for a couple hours today, and I'll be streaming a majority of tomorrow. So here we are. Let's go inside and get warm. Okay, so here we are inside the hall. A lot of history here. Beautiful hall. A lot of events are held here. I believe I read a sign in the back where the show is being hosted right now, that they host over 200 events in this hall, specifically the West Wing Hall that we're in, every year. So that's pretty amazing. So you have another hall here to the left side. Some meeting rooms. The NPA membership meeting is going to be here tonight at 6 p.m. I might bring that to you guys live, so you can look for that as well. We got food vendors, always my favorite. And here is the NPA secretary desk. Tim Heydrich and his wife, all set up here. Here you can get show information, join the NPA, get your order some bands. So you can pay for your membership here. And got some old patches for sale. I may have to take a look at those. As some of you might know, I do collect Pigeon patches. They're on my website, pigionclubsusa.com. And if you click on patch collection, you can see all those patches I have collected over the years. Over here we have the good food vendor setup. Kentucky pork producers. So here we are going into the show hall. So this is the 2024 NPA Grand National Show. Here you go. So again, there's 5,863 entries in this year's show, 160 different breeds. And we'll walk through some of the aisles, take a look. What we have here. This is the entrance of walking into the Grand National Show. Join the NPA today, npausa.com. So the birds that are here already are from exhibitors that arrived yesterday or early this morning from all over the country. Exhibitors are still arriving. They have until this afternoon to have their birds in their show cages so that judging can start. Most of the judging is going to take place on Friday. And as I mentioned, I will be streaming live as much as possible tomorrow. We might be watching the Old German Owls being judged again. I know I tend to favor the old German Owls, just because that's one of my breeds. But I will try to take you guys around as much as possible, actually, on this show. And we'll go down some of the aisles here, looking at the birds as well. I just want to give you guys a view of all the birds. So there's two sets of aisles. There's all these aisles here on this side, and then there's another set on the other side as well. You got the American Show Racer Association. Got their judging area set up over here. Another fun club if you're into the show racers. Highly encourage it. I know a bunch of members in this club. Good people. Great way to make new friends. Hey, Jeff.
Hey, Jeff. How are you?
Good. And you'll see a lot of familiar faces here. So the Grand National Show, for those of you watching for the first time, this is the Super Bowl of pigeon shows. This is where they all come together for that champion winner in each breed. And on Saturday morning, they will do champion of the show. They'll take the champion of each breed. They'll put them all in one area. They'll all be judged, and they will pick a champion and a reserve champion of the show. And that is Saturday morning, I believe around 10 o'clock in the morning. So let me just hold this up here so you guys get a better view. Okay, so over here, NPA junior section setup, and this is where they're going to do judging with the NPA juniors, I believe, in this area setup. Laid out very nice. This is a pretty large hall. They usually do a lot of cattle shows in here throughout the year, so they can hold a lot of animals in here. Besides other items, there's also usually a flea market that's hosted in this hall. It takes up this entire hall. When the Young Bird Show takes place in October, that's another fun event to check out because it's right on the other side of the wall, the hall that they use for the Young Bird Show. And maybe we'll take a peek at that in a little bit as well. So here's the middle area. There's judging stations here in the middle for some of the breeds. Over here, they're setting up, looks like for the fantails, and judging will be over here for fantails. Hey, Chris. So we'll walk down some of the aisles here. You'll probably get a lot of people saying hi to me. I know quite a few people here. Here we got a judging station set up for classic breeds. American Dragoon Club. Very nice setup. And like I mentioned, judging will be tomorrow. So I'll be streaming tomorrow most of the day of all the judging taking place. You'll see guys are, cleaning up their birds that they've traveled with, show prepping them, just like for a dog show. Exact same thing. With the AKC, you just, instead of walking your dog around, or I should say here, walking your pigeon around, they'll stay in their cages and they'll bring up the birds to the judging area and they'll get judged that way. So same thing with most hobbies, aquarium fish, other live birds, chicken shows, same thing. This is just 100% pigeons. And you wouldn't believe how many different breeds of pigeons there are out there if you were never introduced into the hobby. I mean, you got from small tiny birds to some good sized birds. So these are Modinas over here. Different colors. And we got some vendors along the back wall that are set up selling supplies here. So we'll go ahead and take a look at that as well. You'll see a lot of cages are still empty. People are still traveling in. So for example, the person here is from Fort Worth, Texas. They're not here yet. Some flights have had delays because of the weather this week in the US has been pretty extreme with the icing and the snow. So some people have had flight delays, just driving delays, staying safe. That's the most important thing. Got birds here from, we're gonna have birds from Quebec, Canada, Massachusetts, New York. I got Wisconsin on the other side here, Illinois, Iowa. We got birds coming from everywhere. Let's see here. So hopefully a lot of these guys are going to be arriving soon. I got here 8 o'clock this morning. I walked in the show hall. I might have been maybe the 4th or 5th person in the hall this morning. So people are still en route, getting ready to go. This area, a lot of empty cages over here still. We'll go down a couple of rows and those cages are pretty full. A lot of these birds look like they're Florida, Ohio, they'll be coming from. All these judging areas here in the middle. These will be heavily occupied tomorrow with all the judging taking place. Got some more over here. This is the Portuguese tumbler section. And you just look at the size of this breed, much smaller than the Modenas that we saw earlier. So we are in Louisville, Kentucky at the Expo Center, the fairgrounds. We are located in the West Wing here. These guys are from Pennsylvania. Real pretty looking bird right there. This is one of Pat Stewart's birds. He's got a lot of really nice birds. Speaking of Pat Stewart, there he is in the hat in the background with his coffee. Say hi to him later on. For sale section, so that's a great question. The NPA has not had a for sale section at their nationals in several years, and they kind of do not want that. They just don't feel that's a clean looking section, something that's nice. They don't like the sight of seeing a for sale section, and they don't want to have to worry about that. So they have not had for sale sections. However, if you put your bird in the show and put a little note on there for sale, they don't stop you, because they'll take that entry fee. And you can definitely sell birds in the show. There are auctions. The Old German Owl Club will have an auction tomorrow. I know that. These are the classic frills are another very, very pretty looking bird. This is from Tyler in Woodstock, Ontario. Birds crossing the border here. But usually, if there's birds that you're looking for, usually you'll contact your one of the breeders, and you connect that way. But though, I don't have problems with the for sale section myself, as long as it's kept clean. And if there was any bird that was not looking too healthy and it was removed, then I'd be fine with that. I know some people, they don't like that, and here, sold to Ed. So there I go. There you go. So people do sell birds out of the show section. So this is a Mookie. It's another breed. Pretty looking bird. You can see the different colors that there are. But here, this is probably the best part about a Mookie. If you watch its neck. Of course, they're not going to do it now. you look at the one in the background, you'll see how he shakes. There he goes. So over here, we got some of our vendors. So we'll jump over here. I'll show you guys the vendors that are set up here. We'll start on our far end with Roger Poultry Supplies. I believe they are out of Illinois. Yes, Highland, Illinois. So I remembered properly, did my homework this morning. Selling show cages, carriers, and all the supplies that you would need for getting into the hobby and all that and everything. Right here, one-stop shop is what you're always looking for, and this is another company that will pretty much give you that out there. So when you are looking for something, they have it all. You know, even shipping boxes for shipping birds in. All your supplies, medications that might be needed, vitamins, always a very important thing to have. Just like with any animal, you know, you have a dog, you have a cat, you want to make sure that they stay in great health, tip-top shape. So you know, taking care of them, giving them the best you can with their vitamins and whatnot. And then we got some shirts, merchandise. That's always a good thing to have, especially when you have a spouse that might be interested in something, or you have kids that are interested. Coloring books. This is a great coloring book, The Wonderful World of Poultry. That one's been around for a few years. Great coloring book. And then just some other supplies here. I like how they have it laid out here too with the sizes, so you can see exactly, 10 ounce, 20 ounce. You know exactly what you need. So you're not just trying to figure out in your head, is that a small one or a large one? Cup, pint, quarts. So having a physical display like that is, I think, is an excellent idea. Kudos to them for doing that. So, so again, this was one of our first supply companies here. Taking a look at everything. These shipping carriers right here, these wood ones, are really nice actually. Pretty nice looking with the cup on them and whatnot. You can put food in one, water in another one, and it just slides out. They got the block back there, so really good idea. Really nice. So here is their names and website address if you're interested. So here you guys go. So just remember, if you do give them a call or do some shopping, tell them that you saw them on my site. I appreciate that. So over here we have, looks like Bait and Feed. Bait-In is a feed company from Canada that's become very popular. These guys were also at the Faircount Pigeon show. They hosted the Faircount show with feed, and sponsored the show actually this year, which was something really nice that Pigeon did. So here is their phone number for Pigeon. Great customer service, I can tell you that. They do bring a lot of feed down into the U.S. On the East Coast side. So you can speak to Bob Carney in Connecticut, get a hold of him if you're looking for Pigeon feed, or some of the other stores, they'll carry Pigeon feed as well. So so there you go. Good stuff. Just, so they another feed company. So all the feed and all the cages here in the show are being fed by Winners Cup. So thank you to them for that. And moving over to Foy's. A lot of you guys know Foy's. I've covered them before on a bunch of videos. They're out of Pennsylvania. And won't say too much more. But good for you. Nest pads here for the nesting bowls for the birds to breed. Heaters. Oh my goodness. These are the best. These heaters. Helps and prevents the water from freezing. Because let me tell you, when you go out there and that water is frozen in one of these jugs, oh, a lot of fun. And actually, this is probably the perfect size waterer that I'm going to need myself. That's good. Foy's also has some of the breeding units. This is a very popular breeding unit. I wanted to get one myself, a couple of these. Put a pair of birds in each section for breeding. They also sell carriers. I got some more vendors being set up. So this again was Foy's Pigeon Supply. They have vaccines as well. Now that I see the sign, just reminded me that I may have to get my vaccines for my birds. Keep the birds in tip-top shape and healthy. And Foy's does have their own app. So here you guys go. Oh, that was a catch. So we'll go over here. The vendor's setting up right now, so we'll come back, take a look. Here, the photographer is that will take photos of the champion bird for each breed. So this is his secret little corner. Maybe I peek in here. And there you go. Now you know how they get those perfect looking pictures for their NPA website and the magazine. So Lane Gardner. He's the man. So that's where they take those photos. And he'll be quite busy tomorrow, all day. So in here we have another vendor set up. These are actually some pretty cool looking individual breeding cages as well. With a carrier on top. $60 for these. Wow. Not bad. Get the tray that will pull out, clean. Waterer, feed. Oh, this is great. Put the food in there. Nice. So here we go. So we got supplies, vitamins, waterers, food cups, and all that. All right, so spin over here. So again, looking back at the show, here you go. So just to go over all that again. Let's see here. So just under 6,000 birds in this show. So this section over here is the rare breeds section. This is what the rare breeds consist of is a bunch of different breeds where they do not have several members in a club breeding the same breed specifically. So what happens is if there's only one or two people out there with a specific breed, and here's a chart, they'll be put into the rare breeds. And usually what will happen, sometimes the breed will become so popular that they will no longer be considered a rare breed, and they'll start their own organization, their own club, and then from there they're independent, and they're not part of the rare breeds. And there's another poster here with some other different breeds on here of the rare breeds that are covered. And Ed Pointer, director for the NPA. I would say the master of NPA Grand National shows being put on. He takes charge of making sure the show is going to be set up properly every year. Everything's in place. Lines it all up and takes care of it all for the NPA. And as with most hobbies, we do it on our own time and our own dime. Absolutely free. It's just a hobby. So this is the Chinese owl section. And usually what they try to do is they try to put each breed the same colors together, and that's how they'll judge them. So if you have, let's say, blue bars, all the blue bars will be judged with just blue bars. Then all the red bars, and then yellow bars, black shields, red shields, yellow shields. So Chinese owl for sale. Another one for sale. So I did not specifically bring any birds to show at this show this year. I've had a lot going on with my job situation. Wasn't even sure if I was going to make it here to the show this week. Luckily I was able to. So I do not have any birds myself in this show. I do have my own birds, yes. I raise old German owls, and we're going to go by those guys in a minute here. So, and then I also have what's called Pygmy Pouters. Very different breed from most pigeons. And I'll explain and show you once I get to that section. So you get the Chinese owls, roll over into the African owls here. Oriental frills. And on an African owl, if you take a look at these guys, you'll notice that there's practically almost no beak. I raised African owls for a couple of years because they don't have a beak, really. They cannot take care of their own young, so you have to use foster parents. So you get another breed that has a longer beak, much longer beak than this, and you swap the eggs, and you use the foster parents to raise the African owl babies. The African owl is all about the head. Which the beak is part of the head. So, and just looking at the drawings here, you'll see why. But the African owl has been a popular breed, as with the Chinese owls, and rolling over here to the old German owl section. Over here we have Bill Henderson and Greg Pola. Bill Henderson's a master breeder with the old German owls, and actually this yellow right here is one of Bill's birds, including the one next to it. So this is the breed that I have and I specialize in myself. A lot of competition. The club's been growing. We have just under 200 members now in the US. And how to get in touch with the Old German Owl Club is ogoc.org is their website address. Here's a yellow bar. So looking at these two birds, this to the left would be a yellow shield, and to the right side is a yellow bar. And then there's a bird that looks like it will be in the auction.
Yeah.
That's an auction bird?
Yeah.
Okay.
The cock's already up there.
Oh, okay.
I didn't show him because Forrest bred him and I didn't.
Okay. So that'll be a pair of old German owls. We had an auction in October at the Young Bird Show. Bill Henderson, who we were just speaking to right here with the blue on, he had a pair of birds in the auction, and they sold for just over 300, I think it was. So sometimes you can get the birds at a good price. It's all supply and demand. You're buying birds from a master breeder, someone that knows what they're doing, has the quality birds, and that's what you always want when you're starting off in a hobby like this. Again, I'm going to reference just like dogs and horses. You don't start off, if you're going to breed and try to be a champion, with the worst stuff out there. You're going to want to buy and purchase the best that they have out there, and hopefully produce quality out of that, and that's what you want. So we got a bunch of, this is all old German owls still in here. So we have almost 200 old German owls in this show. So Josh Ziles, who is the secretary treasurer for the Old German Owl Club, he is going to judge the Old German Owls tomorrow. So he does have his work cut out for him. It's the largest Old German Owl entry at any show to date here in the U.S. So it will be a fun day for him. This is where the judging will take place of the Old German Owls. And we'll put some of the champion birds here to the right side. There's that other bird that Bill was just saying is the other blue bar that's going to go with that other one. This is the auction birds. They'll be over here. And the champion birds will be brought over here. Go and take a look at a couple more breeds on this side. West of England tumblers, another very popular breed. Domestic show flights, again, another very popular breed in the northeast area of the U.S. Kimono tumblers. This was the first breed I got into when I was young. 7, 8 years old, I believe, and this was the first breed I was introduced to on the fancy side. And actually, let's go on this side, and I'll show you over here, because this is red magpies, and there's a black right there. Just happened to be for sale as well. But this is what I used to have many years ago now. Birds have come a long way. So here's some more Kimono tumblers over here. The red magpies, black. There's a white. Another white one. Oh, there's a few white ones, okay. Yeah, ever was to get into a different breed completely, entirely, and I was to no longer have old German owls, Kimono tumblers would be right there as one of the contenders to get back into. Somewhat similar, but a little bit smaller bird than the Kimono tumblers is the helmets. The American Helmet Club seems to be on a rebound again with members. They also have a website, American Helmet Club. I don't remember the exact address off the top of my head, but if you do a search on the internet for American Helmet Club, it will come up. So this one's they call it a silver. And with the helmets, there's, this says MFC for medium-faced crest. Then there's also the short-faced helmets. And they also have some with no crest. Oh, there we are on the other side. Right over here. Okay, so we looked at the Mookies over here already. Classic frills. There we go. Another breed. I've had classic frills in the past. Another very popular breed. They look like an oriental frill. The only difference between the oriental frill and the classic frill is that the classic frill has a beak. And as with the African owls, the oriental frill, same thing, has a very tiny, small beak. And they cannot feed their own young. So same thing. But if you look at the colors on these guys, it's amazing. So I'm sure we're going to see some more coming in. Red spot tail, blonde. All right, and then we'll jump onto the other side of the hall here. So back over here, we have the American Giant Homers. And it looks like these guys have some judging going on over here. So we'll go take a peek. This is the Show Kings, American King Club. Birds being judged. So this is the giant Homer right here. So take you to the other side and show you the show kings that are being judged a little closer. And here we go, show kings. A few more breeds over here. That's the American show racer birds. And a lot of show racers. That's a nice pretty color, dominant opal. All right, so now we are getting into the powder and cropper section. So I mentioned before that there's a second breed I have that I have gotten involved with, got out of it, got into it, got out of it. This might be my third or fourth time getting involved with Pygmy Pouters again. Just one of those breeds that just keeps biting me and saying, get back involved. And so this is actually right here. Here we go. This is a Pygmy powder right here. This is one of Larry Gardner's Pygmies. And the difference here is leg power is what you're going to notice with all the powders. And you'll see underneath their head, they have a big air pocket, put it that way. And some are larger and some are smaller. And when they're doing their thing, it's trying to show off, especially in a show, they'll usually blow a larger bubble. This is a Saxon powder, a little bit larger of the powder breeds. These are a Verberg Shield Cropper, similar to a Pygmy powder. The legs are further apart. A little bit larger bird. Pomeranian powder, a little bit larger, getting larger now. And back to the Pygmy powders. This is a yellow from Larry Gardner. There's a Pomeranian standing up. Get a better view. And a white Pygmy powder. Let's see here, we're waiting for some more to arrive. Let's see, Mike Pope's not here yet from Virginia. L. Graham. Stanley from New York is not here yet. We got a bunch of people traveling in here still. This is a red Pygmy powder. This is a blue Pygmy powder. some more blues, and here's a black. Over here we have some more. This is a Norwich cropper. These guys are a lot bigger. We'll go over here. That was John Hepner, previous NPA president. We got some more Pouters in these areas. This is a Horseman powder. They're looking at English powders. Here's a Brunier cropper.
So in just a few minutes, we lost.
This is a Brunier cropper with a white bar. Alright, so let's go down the next row, and I believe this is where we have some Jacobins. Yes, we do. Actually, well, sweeping the aisle there, so don't want to disturb them. We'll come over here and take a look. There's your Jacobin. There's its face. We got more Jacobins over here. This is a Dragoon. This Dragoon's from Jesse Martin, Connecticut. And looks like the National Russian Tumbler Club will be doing their judging over here tomorrow. Their website's nationalrussiantumblerclub.com. Over here is the Classic Breeds Pigeon Club. Some of their birds here. Let's go down here. So we're still waiting for a bunch of swallows to arrive over there. Clean leg spot swallow. We'll have some more birds coming in over here. Frillbacks we're waiting on. And we got archangels over here. going to guess that these are the birds on this side for the junior auction. So far, that's the birds that are in the junior auction. There'll be a lot more come tomorrow, and then Sunday morning, or Saturday morning, I'm sorry. So there's not a lot going on today. Today is pretty much still the check-in day. As you see, there's a bunch of empty coops still here at the 2024 NPA Grand National Show in Louisville, Kentucky. I will stream tomorrow pretty much the entire day. We'll watch the judging take place of the old German Owls. We'll walk around, take a look at some of the other breeds as well. The fantail section is now set up with birds arriving in the fantails area. Tonight, I believe at 6 p.m. is the NPA membership meeting. If we're allowed to, I will stream the membership meeting for you guys to watch, because I know a lot of you are unable to make it out to a Grand National Show. And this way you can watch the membership meeting, the NPA talk about what's going on in the organization, get everyone up to date. Feather Art Awards vendor. So a lot of the judging areas are set up. The show kings on the other side of this yellow drape are already judging. And everyone else will be judging all day tomorrow. So that's going to do it for today. For right now, I brought you around the show. I gave you guys a look at the vendors that are set up. Stay on the lookout. I will possibly be streaming tonight the NPA membership meeting at 6 o'clock. And and then tomorrow we will be here live again, watching the judging take place. And you're going to see a lot more people here tomorrow in this hall. In the meantime, I am going to check out a couple other events that are going on here in Louisville at the Expo Center. Here there's a custom car show taking place. Then there's a couple other items going on. So I'm going to take a walk over and take a look at that stuff. I'll post some photos if I get that, if I can get into that area. But here you go. Here's your 2024 NPA Grand National Show here in Louisville, Kentucky. Alright, so just remember, become an NPA member by going to npausa.com. You can pay for your membership there, purchase bands for your birds. Other information can be found at pigeonclubsusa.com. That's my site. You can see my Pigeon Club patch collection. Haven't added too many patches in the last year or two, but you'll see my patch collection there on that website, pigeonclubsusa.com, for more information. And I hope you guys appreciate the video today. Appreciate it if you would click the thumbs up. If you haven't, go ahead and click subscribe. Never know, might be streaming something else that will pique your interest, as I do stream a ton of different topics. But this week and this weekend especially, we're here streaming the 2024 NPA Grand National Pigeon Show from Louisville, Kentucky. I hope you guys had a good time watching, and stay tuned. Again, maybe tonight we'll bring you to the meeting, and tomorrow I'll bring you the entire show again with all the judging taking place. Thanks, guys.